It's the boy, the Marvelous One. This is still the Marvelous Show, but this is Marv's Talk. How Marv Talk came about is because, if you guys know, they got the LOFN podcast that's jumping off. I did a podcast on that, and I did 5 of them. And the buzz from that people like, I was like, oh man, maybe I should just change it from the Marvelous Show and just do Marv's Talk. Because people was like, hey, we want you to get a little bit turned up. We need you to be a little bit more energetic. We need you to talk about other things. Excuse me. So I said, I'll keep the podcast where I talk about mental health, relationships, dating, all that stuff. And then I'll just do this like the talk show because, like I said, I came from the radio and this is not hard to do. So the first segment is, which each segment I always break down the podcast that I did. So I did a podcast on Monday and I did a podcast on Wednesday. On Monday, the first one was MCM Part 2. And the reason why I called it MCM, kind of like, you know, how women put their man crush Monday, but my initials to my name is MCM. So I was like kind of basically like tying it into all that, and I talked about like how all of a sudden all these women are just coming out with new men. They got new boyfriends and they posting them and they putting them all on the social media. And I said the reason why majority of them are doing that is because someone along the line made them mad, either an ex-boyfriend, a fling, or a side piece, or whatever the case. So they want to try to sock it to him. So they post something like, the love of my life, I'm so happy with him, he makes me so happy. And I'm saying, be careful on how you try to do things to make people jealous because you want to get them back. And then I touched on how social media is a monster that you think that you and your significant other is doing all good, but it's somebody plotting and trying to bring down y'all demise and bring y'all down. And I touched on like I did some shout outs because after each podcast I'm starting to read off the emails from what people send me. I felt like it was only right to get back to people that support me. People that support me and been rocking with me for all 60 some episodes. Why not give them a shout out? It don't cost me $0 to show love, just like it don't cost them $0 to support me. So I did that, and then on Wednesday, the WCW, I talked about how a lot of the men poke fun at a lot of the men, like, hey, why y'all not putting up y'all WCW? Why y'all not putting out this stuff and bragging about y'all women? They was doing it about y'all. Why can't y'all do the same for them? So it's kind of like poking fun. Then I talked about how I can't interact with people that's uptight. Uptight people creeps me out, and I don't want to be around anyone that's negative and know how to take a joke. Then I touched on some depression things. I touched on how Big Sean came out and told the world that he was dealing with depression, and the social media ran with it and said it was Janae Aiko. And I was like, nah, I mean, then I also touched on that, yeah, after a breakup, men experience depression more, especially if they was blindsided by the breakup. I touched on a lot of things. So those are what I'm gonna start doing. Is the next episodes I'm gonna dig more deep. So even though if you listen to my podcast, I say I never listen to podcasts, but now I have to because it's gonna be incorporated part of Marv Talks. So that's what I gotta do. Is what else is it? And then and I just talked, I just touched on a couple of those things about the social media. Okay, so that's the beginning of each show of Marv Talk. I'm always gonna break down my podcast, and because there's some people that might want to know. And like I said, the descriptions of everything is in the description below. Right now it's news talk. News talk. Like I said before, my podcast, I'm only talking about that matters to me. That I figure like I'm not gonna just talk about everything that I see in the news because I barely watch the news. Like I don't watch the news, so I don't really be knowing what's going on unless it's put in my face. Lion Butt got off. Justice Smollett, whatever. I don't even know how to say his name. He got off. He was freed of all the charges. It's just so weird to me that he got freed of all those charges, but he allowed all that to happen. I'm puzzled by it. Then I seen something online that Empire's gonna bring him back and might renegotiate his contract. I'm like, damn, he lied, but then he's gonna get rewarded and get put back on the show. Wow, interesting. What else? Sad news. If you listen to battle rapper Tech Nine passed away. And that was a sad day because he was my favorite battle rapper besides Goods in the battle rap game. And it's like, man, it's crazy. Like, I didn't know it until I seen Meek Mill post it. And that's when I was like, damn, he passed away. And I remember he always had this one line that everybody knows: my face don't look the same without the stop. When I heard him say that, it was funny. He said other lines like, it was, like I said, he said a lot of stuff. Like, you might want to check him out on YouTube. It's Tech Nine, Wayne Ave. But then it was like he turned from battle rapper and became like a Stephen A. He broke down the rap battles and gave his commentary. And then people would get mad, and he'll be like, "I'll come out of retirement to beat you up." And so it was sad to see that he passed away because, like I said, it was one of my favorite battle rappers. Cory Booker had his town hall when I was doing this show. I seen that it was on, and I kind of seen like little bits and pieces because I had the closed caption on. I seen that he danced around calling out 45. He didn't want to the impeachment, so he kind of like danced around it. He also kind of like talked about, he slammed them about putting up that wall, slammed them about the way that he's running things, and all these things were coming up that since he's been in office. Gotta get my water. Oh man, I feel good now. So he slammed 45 about that, but then he talked about the white nationalists and how they're being more vocal and how they're jumping out and they hate everyone, and he attacked them because he's always appalling them, but as he was saying that, he danced around Lion Man Jesse Smollett, so he danced around that. He didn't want to too much talk about that, but for the most part, it was a good town hall. I liked it. It's good to see that a lot more minorities are trying to apply for president. Be trying to running for president. I still want to see a woman in office. Like, a lot of people are gonna be like, I don't want to see that, but I do. Before I check out, I want to see a woman president. I already seen a black president. I want to see a woman president. I feel like we gotta be equal. We gotta show women love too. We can't just be like, oh, it's a man's world, blase. But like, I'm over that. I'm all about equality, and I want us to be treated as equal. And like I said, I want to see a woman president. Sports talk. I've been so excited to do this. Is because I've been doing the mental health thing. I've been doing the I've been doing all the relationship and stuff. But I love sports, and I don't really talk sports with people on Facebook, Twitter, all that. Like, I stay out of that. When people talk sports, I get out of it. And the reason why I only talk sports on my best friend Bob and Taylor and my bro Carl, and these are the only people because I trust their basketball knowledge because they played college basketball. They know the game. So when we talk sports, I talk sports to them. A lot of these other dudes, they turn into Stephen A, Skip Bayless, Shannon Sharp. They turn into these Rob Parker. They turn into all these analysts. And I sit back and I be like, okay, you're biased. You're just giving your opinion. You don't even know the game. Some of the people, they play the game and don't even know what they be talking about. I think a lot of people do that just for the intention. So they try to disagree with somebody just to shift attention to them. I was like, I'm not even giving y'all the time of day. I don't talk sports with people but those people that I just named. The Sweet 16 is tonight. I'm rocking with NC. I say NC is going to be dancing, going to win it all in my hometown of Minneapolis, Minnesota. Well, Minnesota, my hometown, but in Minneapolis. I feel like the North Carolina's going to win it. I feel like whenever Roy Williams is coaching, there's a chance that his team is going to win. He always has some studs on his team. I'm not counting out Duke. My Final Four predictions, I said, will be NC, Duke, Gonzaga, and I'm forgetting someone. Duke, Gonzaga, North Carolina, and Texas Tech. Duke beats Texas Tech, North Carolina beats Gonzaga, and North Carolina beats Duke because North Carolina owns Zion and company. Did y'all see the Lance Stevenson crossover when he bing 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 when he put the moves on Jeff Green? When I seen that, like my bros sent me that, and I was like, he needs some milk. Like that was the first thing that came in my head. And then he crossed him, and then it's like we was laughing because they was like, yo Marv, if you was in the NBA, you would be getting so many technicals because every time you do something, you would start dancing. It was like, you know, make them dance. I'd probably be like, take that. You feel me? Boom, I cross you up, dog. Baseball starting this week. I'm a big baseball fan. Let's go Twins. Let's go Mariners. Hopefully one of them make the playoffs because lately my Twins make it, but the Mariners not so much. I would like to see the Twins and the Mariners both be in the playoffs. Not play each other, but they both be in the playoffs. Different meet up to go to the World Series. That's in my perfect little world. I would love that. What else am I talking about? Oh, the NFL changed the rules. Sorry, Saints fans. I'm gonna touch more into that on episode 2 because I really didn't know. I just seen it popped up and I'm like, oh, I'm gonna talk about it. But I mean, I felt bad if you were a Saints fan because, you know, you didn't go to the Super Bowl, and I feel like if y'all would have went to the Super Bowl, y'all would scored more than 3 points, not like the Rams. Sorry if you're an LA fan, but the last one of sports before I move on, I want to touch on the Lonzo Ball situation. I feel like that situation is hard. That's sad because I already knew that his dad was going to be on trash. I just knew it from the time he was talking. I said, something's bad is going to happen. And this guy is gonna get put. They're gonna mess him up. So to hear that the Alan Foster got told 1.5 million, they just being cool. There's no way that someone's gonna take that type of money from me, and I'm gonna be cool. I'm putting paws on him, little scrappy voice. I'm gonna reach out and touch somebody. I'm going to be in jail. There's not gonna be me covering up no triple B tattoo. I'm gonna be getting jail, getting inmate tattooed on me because I'm whooping ass. Like, there's no ifs and buts about it. That's just like if I was in the NBA and my grandma did that to me and she allowed one of her friends, I'm cutting her ass off too. And I love my grandma to death, but you allow somebody to take 1.5 million, I'd be mad if somebody took $10 from me. You feel me? Like, there's no way I'm just gonna be walking around cool with that. And I get it, they're all like pulled away from their dad. They're not no longer wearing triple B's. I just kind of knew they was falling off. $200 for some slippers, bro. That's not Louis Vuitton. That's not Gucci. $500 for a pair of shoes that look like janitor kicks, bro. Like, I'm not being funny, but I would never give no one $500 for no kicks. Like, and I dripped up. I'm all about the drip. But $500 for some shoes that look like some custodian kicks, I'm cool on that. Like, I'm good. Like, when I started seeing it, I was like, the Better Bureau gonna give him F's all over the boards. They want sending stuff out. I just knew it. Like, then they showed the guy, you took 1.5 million and you put throwing the shoes in the trash. Like I said, couldn't be me. Couldn't be me. I'm putting paws on you. And I just feel like that's the thing. Like, you gotta be careful on who you let in and who you trust. Like, you gotta do your background checks on people. You can't just, oh, that's my man. That's my dad's friend. They've been knowing each other for a decade. I don't give a damn. They've been knowing each other for 90 years. I still want to do a background check and I want to know what I'm getting myself into. So if something like this happen, I won't have to worry about it. You feel me? But that's a sad situation because they like completely cut all ties with their dad and they not really rocking with him. Because I mean, eventually I knew it was gonna happen. He was holding them back. That's it for sports. Social media talk, you know, Janae, I go, she got a new tattoo and I was like, man, that tattoo is so dope. It's like a Asian like dragon on her back. It's so cold. Like, man, she's so beautiful. I'm not even gonna sit there in front. But when I seen that, I was like, man, I gotta talk about that on Marv Talks because that tattoo is so dope. And she got an album coming out. I know it's about to be fire when that album come out. And I'm here for it. Keeping Up with the Kardashians got a new thing come out. If you know me, I'm all about that ratchet, so I'm here for it. Khloe was crying once again. I was like, oh, don't suck me in. I seen a little trailer. I'm like, man, I don't want to watch this. She cried. I'm like, oh, man, I gotta check it out. So like I said, all that ratchet reality TV stuff, The Marvelous One, love it. Like, I have to watch it. What else? New music dropped last week, but you know, still kind of new to me. Nav dropped Bad Habits album, 10 out of 10. Dope, love the album. Listen to every song. The World Is Yours Part 2 by Rich the Kid. I get at a 4 out of 10. He could have done better with like all the stuff he was talking about. And I'm like, man, like if you're gonna talk about like your album's gonna be so dope, like man, make sure you back it up and put some least like quality in music into it. What else dropped that I like? My favorite album 2019 is Gunna. 10 out of 10. I listen to it every day. Future album, I listen to Wizard every day. But Gunna and Future albums are my favorite. You all know Future's my favorite rapper. One of my favorite peep entertainers. What else? Like I said, this is Marv's show. If you're new to the channel, if you could do me a big favor, hit that subscribe button, hit that bell button, so whenever I put out these dope shows, you can be the first to get it in line. If you're returning, I love you. Thanks for always supporting, but do me a big favor, hit that like button, hit the share button, share it, tell your friends, tell your family, tell your boo things, tell everybody to come support the new Marv Talks series. And like I said, and I'm out.